He is ready. All right, it is 5:30 on December 30th, 2025. I'm going to call this meeting of the Morton County Commission, a regular meeting, to order. Our first item of business will be the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we will have the roll call. Commissioner Tokash.
Present.
Commissioner Buckley.
Here.
Commissioner Zachmeyer.
Yes.
And myself, Commissioner Bain, present. We also have Auditor Roan. Commissioner Morrell is absent tonight, as we knew he was going to be. Auditor Roan is up here at front. We have State's Attorney Copy and Sheriff Kirkmeyer in the back of the room. Next will be the approval of the agenda.
Do you want to add these now, or you want to?
Yeah, we can add them in under other.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I have two items to go to under other. It's a letter of support to Hoof It Forward for a grant that they would like us to sign and approve. And then also I have a real short report from the Lewis and Clark Development Council's last meeting.
Okay. Any other additions or corrections?
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the agenda with the additions.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda with the additions. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Now we will have the approval of the minutes from the previous meeting of December 11th, 2025, Morton County Commission regular meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve Morton County Commission regular meeting minutes, December 11th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the December 11th, 2025 regular meeting of the Morton County Commission. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Commissioner Zachmeyer, you had bills this month in payroll.
Mr. Chairman, the bills were all checked, all were within standard, and I move for their approval.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the bills and payroll. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll do a roll call vote. Commissioner Zachmeyer?
Yes.
Commissioner Tokash?
Yes.
Commissioner Buckley?
Yes.
And myself, Commissioner Boehm, yes. Motion carries. All right, with that, we will move right into our meeting agenda. First on the agenda tonight is Joel Rosberg, Morton County Emergency Operations.
Good evening, Commissioners. Auditor Roan. I sent you a read-ahead packet. Just a brief history about the cybersecurity program we've been involved in the last 2-3 years. In 2022 and 2023, we received $29,000 for a main server and backup replacement. And then in 24 and 25, we received $9,844 to do that domain change from the .org to .gov to give us more security on our network. So tonight, in our current infrastructure replacement plan through NRG, we looked ahead and we have 8 access points within the courthouse that need to be replaced in March of 2026. And the cost of those is approximately $9,909. And what these access points do is they're located in different departments around the courthouse. So like when you come in with a laptop or your cell phone and you see a Wi-Fi network, of course you have to have authorization and an access code to get on it, but that's what allows you to get in and use the Wi-Fi that we're operating on our main system. So NRG recommends that we replace those with newer technology and make sure they're more secure for our cybersecurity process. So with that being the case, we just found out they released another round of cybersecurity grants for the next year. And that grant opportunity allows us for 60% state and federal, and then a 40% local match. Now, that match could change based on if they have money from previous years that nobody used, that local match could go down, so we could see a benefit in that. But if accepted and approved, we'd save the county about $5,940 of that total project cost based on the 60% share of that $9,900. The grant application is due by January 19th to the Department of Emergency Services, and I'll work that up and get the application in and see if they use a peer approval process where they bring in other people that look at these cybersecurity grants, and then they give it a peer review and say, yeah, it's a priority, or no, it's not. But so far, it looks like we meet everything because it's cybersecurity equipment related. So we'll go for that. If we're approved, or notification of grant approval is anticipated like in March of 2026. So if approved, I'll report back to the commission about the approval and then ask permission to move forward with the local match and give you more specific dollar amounts once we know that. So subject to your questions, I guess I put a recommended motion in your read-ahead packet.
Mr. Chairman?
Yep.
Mr. Osberg, do you have a cutoff date where NRG would no longer allow us to use these access points?
There's really not a cutoff date per se. It's just that the date of manufacture, they have about a 5 to 8 year lifespan, if you want to call it that, and that's a recommendation that they be replaced as technology changes and these hackers get more sophisticated. They can come in from the outside, so they recommend that they upgrade it with the new technology and the better firewall processes within them. So no, we won't lose any accessibility, but it's just a better protection method if we replace them with the newer ones.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other questions for Joel?
Do we need a motion, Mr. Chairman?
Yep, let him move him forward. He's got one right here.
Oh, okay. Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the Office of Emergency Management to submit a cybersecurity grant application, which if approved will provide state federal grant funds to offset the cost of future IT infrastructure expenses.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the Office of Emergency Management to submit the cybersecurity grant application. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. Happy New Year.
Same to you, Joel.
Same to you.
John, we have our engineer for a consultant approval.
Yes, good evening, Commissioners and Auditor Roan. We've been working on a project south of Elmont. It's approximately 1 mile, actually 6/10 of a mile. And the construction project was bid and contract awarded to Gladen Construction of LaPorte, Minnesota. And at that point, then the Highway Department issued an RFP for construction engineering on the project. And we accepted proposals on December 2nd. We had 4 consulting firms submit proposals. All were deemed responsive. We held interviews on December 16th, 2025. The interview committee consisted of Jackie Buckley, Commissioner, and Commissioner Tokash, and myself. And we recommended, after listening to all the interviews and reviewing the proposals, we recommend Bros Engineering to perform the construction engineering for this project. Bros has their primary office in Bowman, North Dakota, but they do have an office in Bismarck. And as I said, the interviews were December 16th. We reviewed our recommendation at the Road Commission meeting, which was the next day, and the Road Commission agreed that with the recommendation that we go forward with Bros. So with that, with this will be 80-20 funding, 80% federal for the engineering and 20% county match, which I have budgeted for next year. So with that, I would be open to any questions you may have.
This construction bros, have we used them before?
We have not.
That's good.
But they have interviewed several times, probably 4 times, and they pretty much took everything that we had talked to them about, how they could improve, and we were all impressed with them when we
Good.
got done. So, yeah, we're going to have a number of projects next year, and we're going to have a good cross-section of companies doing work for us, and all of them are qualified, and I know will do a very good job for us. So,
It's good to spread it around, not
Yes,
have
it
all the
is.
same one doing everything.
yes.
It also was good, Mr. Chairman, that we had four bidders.
Yeah.
And so that's nice when it's competitive as we go through the process.
Yeah, when we went 2 or 3 years ago, if we had one one consultant that designed it for 2 or 3 years, they were the only ones that would submit a
Yeah.
proposal for construction. But this year, we've had a number of projects, and all of them have had a lot of response, so.
Good.
It's very, very good. And it's also very interesting to see how each one comes forward with a different process, a different idea, and that sort of thing, so.
Yep. Any questions for John?
Ready for a motion?
Yep, I'm ready for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the selection of the committee of Bros Engineering to perform construction engineering for the project BRC-3027056, PCN 23735 structure replacement.
I'll second it, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the selection of the committee, Gross Engineering, to perform construction engineering for project BRC-3027056, PCN 23735 structure replacement. Is there any discussion? One quick one, John. What's
Sure.
PCN stand for again?
It's a project control number. It's a
Okay.
DOT number. It's a way for them to track it in their system without having all the different letters and numbers, because the letters and numbers refer to how it's funded, and this just gives them a distinct number that is unique to each project.
I think I'd heard it once before, it's kind of forgot about what it was.
Sure.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Which one, where'd that one go? It's this one. And Natalie is running a little late. She did text us here and said she had to run back to the office to grab something. So Dawn, oh, she just walked in. I was gonna say we can give her a minute to get herself collected and do the liquor license. Give,
So we have one liquor license that wasn't in our packet last meeting. They hadn't sent all their documents in. So the last one we have here is Huff Hills Ski Area, a renewal for 2026.
I remember I asked you if they were all here.
Yeah, I thought Sandy said they were, but that was signing them the next day. I'm like, Huff Hills isn't here.
yep, I'm
Mr.
ready.
Chairman, I would move for the application or approval of the application for Jim Beck for the Huff Hill Ski Resort for the liquor beer license for 2026.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2026 liquor license renewal for the Huff Hills Ski Area Incorporated. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? See none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Oh, Natalie, we'll get you. This is John's, right? Yeah, this one.
Good evening, Commissioners. Our first item is the Prairie Homestead subdivision. This is in the northwest quarter of Section 10, Township 137 North, Range 85 West, located about 4 miles southeast of Allemont, south of County Road 137. The applicants are Matthew and Felicia Bopp. They had an auditor's lot. They're essentially just bringing it into conformity, subdividing it, the 11.68 acres, and then rezoning from ag to residential. Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval. So we have the plat right there. Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval, and I can take any questions.
Commissioners have any questions for Natalie? Take a motion.
Mr. Chairman, move for, to approve the request from Matthew and Felicia Bopp for the final plat of a short-form subdivision known as Prairie Homestead Subdivision and a zoning map amendment from agricultural to residential on approximately 11.68 acres in the northwest quarter of Section 10, Township 137 North, Range 85 West in Morton County.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the final plat of the short-form subdivision known as Prairie Homestead Subdivision and a zoning map amendment from agricultural to residential. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Alrighty.
Our next item is the Breen Fourth subdivision. This is in the northwest quarter of Section 36, Township 134 North, Range 82 West, located on the north side of Main Street running through, or the main road running through Breen. The applicants are Travis and Tanya Bird. They have these two non-conforming lots. They just want to combine them into a 15.84 acre parcel and then rezone from non-conforming ag to residential. And there's the plat. Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval, and I can take any questions.
Commissioners, any questions for Natalie?
Mr. Chairman. Are you ready for a motion?
I am.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move to approve the final plot of the short-form subdivision known as Breen Fourth Subdivision and a zoning map amendment from agricultural to residential as the subdivision conforms to the regulations established in Article 7 of the Morton County Land Use Code and brings the lots into zoning conformity.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the final plat of the short-form subdivision known as Breen Fourth Subdivision and a zoning map amendment from agricultural to residential. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Should say there's a couple people I don't know in the audience here, so if somebody want to say something about one of these, just raise your hand, okay? Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Natalie.
Our next item is Montes Ranchero's 6th subdivision. This is in the northwest quarter of Section 8, Township 138 North, Range 82 West. It's located, so here's 139A, Crown View Lake is out there, and then it's right here. The other parcel also over there. This is just to give you an overview. So this is, the applicant is the estate of Delmer Schlenker. They were essentially reconfiguring some lots. Montes Rancheros first had these large 10-ish acre lots. This one had gotten divided up into 3 pieces, not through a subdivision process, so they're essentially recombining those 3 lots. They shifted a lot line so that the structure here was not splitting a lot line. They dedicated their side of right-of-way. They dedicated 75 feet of right-of-way along the northern boundary of the subdivision, as that is programmed to be an arterial street. They vacated the right-of-way in between these two lots. There is a garage in the middle of the right-of-way, and the road is not constructed up there. May never be. Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval. The one change that we noticed in between Planning and Zoning and this meeting is the utility easements. So, so you can see the structure. So this is an existing garage. It was in the right-of-way. The utility easements were following the edge of the right-of-way, but since that right-of-way got vacated, I consulted with the utility companies, and they said that they would really much prefer not to have that utility easement vacated, since it is the only way at this point to get from south to the north side of those lots. So the parties involved, the applicants, the utility companies, they all thought it would be a great idea to just converge that utility easement and have it split the property line. Just split that property line instead of being out, running through a garage, which is not great for a property owner, not great for the utility company. That is a very minor change, and that is reflected on the plat that is in your packet. So everything that is on the plat in your packet was approved by P&Z. The only change is just shifting that utility easement to split the property line instead of being distant from the property line and running through a garage. So I did want to make a note on that change. Other than that, Planning and Zoning Commission and Road Commission had recommended approval of the plat. And I can take questions.
So the utility easement on the bottom right goes up that side, that's that little narrow strip.
Yeah, so essentially it was running, so you can see, I'm going to use a pen. So it was this dashed line, it was 40 feet here, until it got to this property line.
Okay.
And then it shifted to go here because it used to be here. This is to correct it essentially. With this plat, they dedicated right away. They put in a proper utility easement. This is the old one where the road corridor used to be only 40 feet wide instead of the 80 that it should be. And so the utility corridor was only 14 feet wide and was aside this narrower right away. But that garage, it was built without a building permit, and I mean, we could say you get what you get, but if there's a problem and we can fix it, it's probably best to fix it. So if we move that utility easement so that it's here on this side of the garage, that would just be better. We were very involved in discussion about the road. We were not thinking about utility easements, it's just, we were very concerned about the road.
Because you're vacating the road in that section.
Exactly.
There isn't one.
Or well, we're
From-
vacating.
From there down to there.
That segment. And then typically when you're going to vacate the road, you adjust the utility easements. We just hadn't moved them towards the center. So this is,
So the easements.
this is what got discussed and
Right.
approved.
Yeah.
Again, is the utility easement running through the garage. It was just an oversight on everybody's part. So.
Build it and see what happens. Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, no, I want to make sure I understand this. Do the landowners, are the landowners in agreement with this?
Yes.
Because right now, we're approving something that Planning and zoning hasn't approved, they haven't approved the final, and the road commission hasn't approved the final. I believe we're okay here, but, so landowners are fine with this?
They are fine with it. The utility companies suggested it.
Okay.
The landowners are fine with it. I did poll P and Z Commission just to see if anyone had objections, and I received no objections with the, I gave them, here's what got approved, here's the one we're bringing to County Commission. People could look at it. I did not hear anyone, people said, looks fine, so.
And this still include the turnaround?
Nothing else changed.
Okay.
Yep, just the orientation of the utility easement.
I did see on one of these maps that it looks like, let me just hold it up here, this particular map, I know there's easements in here, or right-of-ways, I'm not sure what we're calling them right now, but those aren't, that, we're still talking about 3 lots on the east side, is that correct?
So it'd be 3, yeah, shows what it used to be. This had been split up, so it's 1,
Okay,
2,
okay.
3, and then that one.
They'll equal the 3 on the west.
On the right, yep, or
On the west side.
east side.
The east side will equal the west, is what he's saying.
Yes.
Sorry, Natalie.
Yeah.
He can't see the pink, so.
Yes. Sorry.
I'm just trying to make sure I know what I'm voting on here, so.
Yes, yeah, nothing changed on the plat except for just that 14 feet of utility easement, essentially, instead of going straight along a roadway that's no longer there, it's getting pushed together along the shared property boundary.
Mr. Chairman, there's a possible open meeting violation in regards to this. An email went out to all the planning and zoning board members asking for feedback. At least one member replied all back. There was a polling of planning and zoning members outside of a meeting. The only way to avoid an open meetings violation is to send this back to planning and zoning and have a formal vote on this addition. I don't want an open meetings violation.
No, not really. Not if that's the case.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to send this back to planning and zoning for consideration of this latest easement adjustment.
I'll second that.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to send the request back to planning and zoning because of the easement adjustment. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay. We'll take it up at the next meeting then after they look at it.
Our next item is a proposed zone change or special use permit for Coldwater Outfitters. Applicant is Brian Dean on behalf of Coldwater Outfitters. This is in the southeast quarter of Section 16, Township 140 North, Range 81 West, located within River Place 5th subdivision. The property is a 1.5 acre lot here. Everything in this area is residential zone, and then this is all agricultural. The applicant had built, in terms of the structural envelope, a single-family home in 2024. He got his CO in August of 2024, and then since that time has been using it for a overnight lodging facility and rendezvous point for hunting excursions. So that is the floor plan. So it's 3 bedrooms. He has 4 employees, or the business has 4 employees. They have packages where they'll have people stay for 4 nights and then, probably off for the rest of the week. They provide 3 meals a day. Sleeping capacity is 15 twin beds and 4 queen beds, all bunk style. Staff had received complaints from people in the neighborhood about number of vehicles coming and going from the property, overflowing dumpster, noise, that kind of thing. So staff did serve the applicant, or had the applicant served with zoning violation, and also coordinated with Western Plains Public Health for health violation for not having any permits for the food or lodging on site. So that was served to the applicant on October 27th. And then in that letter, gave the applicant the opportunity to potentially correct this with a either special use permit or zone change, which the applicant did apply. Planning and Zoning Commission suggested, they're recommending denial of the application. So the request was either to rezone to commercial or rural commercial. This is sort of a difficult use to classify. It's not a bed and breakfast. A bed and breakfast is allowed in rural commercial, but it doesn't quite meet that definition. So if it were going to be entitled to be there, it would have to be a full commercial zoning. Or the applicant requested a temporary use permit for seasonal use that has a limit of 180 days, which the applicant was proposing to split it up between different hunting seasons, and those would not be more than 180 days. So he did fall in that time constraint as far as the temporary use permit, but for a use that isn't listed in our use table as a temporary use, we push that into a special use permit category. So we had a number of residents come and talk about their issues with this application at the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. And so Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend denying it. I can go through details of the business, if you have specific questions. Otherwise, that was the recommendation, to deny both the special use permit request and the rezoning request.
Just 2.
It was kind of, because it's, again, a rezoning here in a residential neighborhood would be kind of a greater intensity for the neighborhood than probably what is warranted, given plans for, the long-range plan, the nature of the area. So the applicant was saying if that's too intense, then here's a request for a temporary use. And Planning and Zoning didn't think either of those were appropriate.
Commissioners have any questions for Natalie or clarification that you want?
Is there anybody online?
There's a lot of people online. Okay. Okay. Does anybody in the room want to comment on this? Just come up to the mic and state your name.
My name is Tom Schneider, Morton County resident. I live right across the street from the outfit. I would hope that you would support your Planning and Zoning Committee. I don't know how this business got able to do what they're doing right now in the residential area, so I'm here supporting my neighbors. They don't want the commercial business in this residential neighborhood. I don't think any of us would have built a home out there if we knew this was going to be a commercial operation out here. I wasn't able to make the Planning and Zoning Committee meeting because I was out of state. And I'm sure that they submitted, and I hope you have the information from the Planning and Zoning Committee about what they did say, what they did submit as evidence to have this permit or use, what they're requesting to be denied. So it doesn't fit in a residential neighborhood. My understanding initially was that this person submitted when they were building was for a residential purpose, but then all of a sudden now we've got some sort of an outfitter out there. And, so I would just hope that you would support your Planning and Zoning Committee and not approve what is being requested by this outfit. So that's, unless you have any questions, that's all I've got to say.
Okay. Any questions for Tom?
No, just a comment. I've received a number of phone calls from concerned residents also earlier in this year. And at that time, my assumption was it was being handled more as an Airbnb. But based on what we're getting from planning and zoning and from Natalie, it's beyond that.
Yeah. We've had a lot of contact with Natalie, and I think we even sent a request to Commissioner Buckley to look into it, and she said she did communicate with Natalie regarding the business out there. So, unless you have any other questions, that's Commissioners, I appreciate the few minutes and your concern here.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, thank you.
Is there anybody online that wanted to make a comment or two? Nobody's shutting it off. Okay. Natalie, so do we need two different motions here or just one? That kind of covers.
I would suggest doing one for each. The reason can be the same, but I would suggest doing one for the rezoning and then one for the special use permit. Because that's what came from planning and zoning was denial
Got
of
it.
each
Okay.
one.
Just wanted to make sure we
Yes.
don't want to do it over if we do something. One more time, I'll ask if anybody online wanted to make a comment. Not seeing any. Okay, Commissioners, you have a motion? Commissioner Zachmeyer?
Mr. Chairman, I did combine a motion on the rezoning and a special use permit if you're ready for it. I do believe it will fulfill the requirements.
Okay, go ahead.
Second.
Go ahead and read it.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move to deny the request for a rezoning and/or special use permit on Lot 1, Block 1, River Place 5th subdivision as a rezoning from residential to commercial or rural commercial, or a special use permit for the following reasons. The rezoning from residential to commercial or rural commercial is not called for in the future land use plan component of the 2045 comprehensive plan. The rezoning would alter the residential character of the neighborhood. The road serving the property is a subdivision road rather than a road designated to convey larger volumes of commercial traffic. A semicircular driveway with two approaches was constructed in violation of the Morton County approach permit issued in May of 2022. There was a failure to obtain a liquor license from either Morton County or the North Dakota State Attorney General's office when alcoholic beverages were indeed offered as part of the business or rental services being offered. No evidence was presented that the current septic system would accommodate the current business plan. The kitchen is not built to a commercial food or health standard. Food was being offered as part of the business or rental services being offered in violation of North Dakota Century Code 230916. The request does not promote the health, safety, morals, public conveyance, general prosperity, or the public welfare as listed in North Dakota Century Code 113301 and North Dakota Century Code 1133.2-02.
I'll second it, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. I will not restate the motion. It has been moved to deny the requests as was forwarded by Planning and Zoning. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion to deny carries. Can you give a copy of that to our auditor? Thank you. All right, you're done? Thank you, Natalie. Happy New Year.
Yeah, you too.
Dawn, back to you. Court Facilities Improvement Grant Funds.
In your packet, trying to find it, must be right after the liquor license, is a proposal from Dietz Painting to remove the wallpaper and, like we've done in the hallways, we took the wallpaper off and then put texture on and painted it. It says Commissioner's Room 14,000, we got an estimate for in here, that's that, but the difference between these two numbers here is, what would it would be for the court area up on second floor and the chambers, and so it's 20,454. And so I have, the next page is the Court Facilities Improvement Grant application, on which I have that 20,454 on there, and as always, if we would be awarded this grant, we are responsible for 25% of the cost, which would be the $5,113.50, so I just need approval to submit this application.
Okay. Commissioners, do we have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move to allow the auditors to submit the grant for court facilities improvement grant funds for the amount of $20,454 with a 25% match to the county.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to allow the auditor's office to apply for the court facilities improvement grant funds with the $20,454 and the 25% match. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
The next item, I got an email this morning from the auditor of the city of New Salem, and they are applying for a rural catalyst grant to replace their emergency siren in their city, and they just need a letter of support from the county to include in that application.
We have that letter of support written.
No.
You will do that?
Maybe Wendy could do that for me. She's good at letters.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure I didn't have to come in and write it yet. All right. And how much is that grant for them?
She doesn't say.
Just,
Yeah.
I just want to apply for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to have the auditor write a letter of support from the county commission for the city of New Salem to replace their siren for, in a rural catalyst grant. Does that sound okay? Is that what you want?
Close enough.
I'll
It's a
second
rural
that.
catalyst grant, yep.
Paul seconded it.
Thank you. It's It's been moved and seconded to allow the auditor's office to write a letter of support for the city of New Salem for the Rural Catalyst Grant Program. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. Okay.
Next, we have board appointments. The first item is Ryan Jockers to accept his resignation from the Lower Heartwater District, and that will be an unexpired term then.
So did he write a letter of resignation?
No, all we have is an email from Bill Robinson stating that Ryan told him
It's kind of hard to accept a letter of resignation when we don't have a letter.
yeah.
So I think we can't really do that.
Well,
We-
we have an applicant for that position,
Okay.
so I told Belinda, well, we need to probably accept his resignation, and this is all Belinda had received, so. Well, maybe we don't have somebody for that.
I was going to say,
She said we did, but, next page.
Is that Haley Lane? What's that one
no,
for?
she's planning and zoning extraterritorial.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, we don't have anybody for the unexpired term.
He's,
Yeah, well, the
Ryan
two we
is
have
Morton
are
County
just-
Lower Water.
The two for the lower water are both on there and have expiring terms, so we wouldn't have to,
Nope, I think he should, we should have something from him that says that we can approve.
okay.
That just, yeah. We're approving a verbal from someone else
Yeah.
this way.
And maybe he gave Bill Robinson, who's the chairman of the board, something. I'll check with Bill.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, so the
I think
next
that's the
item.
correct way to do that.
Okay, the next item is City of Mandan Planning and Zoning Extraterritorial. We have one appointment to a 5-year term. Apparently whoever was on there did not want to be reappointed. This Haley Lang is not currently on there, but she applied.
Gotta look at that one. Don't know her.
Don't know her.
Doesn't matter. That's how we get started. Okay. Do we have a discussion or a motion to appoint Haley Lang?
Looks like she's a realtor.
That's what it says, Andy, at the back. She's got a realtor's license.
Mm-hmm. She's a nurse. Well, it expired
She
in
was, 'cause it's
2022.
expired, yeah. Related to the Langs we know, Nathan?
I am not sure. Lucas? I don't know. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I would approve or accept the application and appoint Haley Lang for, which one is it?
City of
Mandan.
Mandan.
P&Z.
Mandan Planning and Zoning Extraterritorial for a 5-year term.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to appoint Haley Lang to the City of Mandan Planning and Zoning Extraterritorial Committee for a 5-year term expiring 12/31 of 30. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, next one would be the Morton County Housing Authority.
Okay.
On that one, we have 3 positions that are up at the end of the year. We do have 3 applicants, Danae Kautzman, Tom Peters, and Rory Anderson. Tom Peters is the only one listed here that is currently on the board.
He's the one that ran for county commissioner, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he's on the school board as well.
Yep.
And he's currently on the board, the
Okay,
Housing Authority Board.
that's Paul's.
Paul's portfolio, yep.
Yep. Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion to appoint two members to the board, Danae Kautzman and Rory Anderson. And at this point, we would leave a third position open. And my reasoning is, I believe the board has lost control and oversight of the housing authority contractor.
Okay. I'll second that motion. It's been moved and seconded to appoint Danae Kautzman and Rory Anderson to a 5-year term expiring 12/31 of 2030 to the Morton County Housing and Authority Board, and still have one open position. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, there will be quorum with just those two appointments? Okay.
Yeah, because there's only two that expire, or three that expired, and they have a total of 5 members, correct? Yeah.
Okay.
So we'd have 4 left. Yep. Good question. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. So we'll
Then
have to open that
next-
one up again then.
We'll continue to advertise.
Yep.
The lower Heart Water, as we talked about a little bit ago, there are 2 positions that are expiring. Those are Mitch Bitts and Bill Robinson, and they both have submitted applications for reappointment, and these are 3-year terms.
Mr. Chairman, the Lower Hart Water Resource District Commissioners, Mitch Bitts, and Chairman is William Robinson right now. They don't miss meetings, and they work very hard at it. I would move to reappoint.
Okay.
I'll second it, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reappoint to the Morton County Lower Hart Water Resource District, Bill Robinson and Mitch Bitts, to 3-year terms expiring 12/31/2028. And an unexpired, which one, okay,
Yeah, we're not doing the unexpired term yet.
we're not doing the unexpired. These are the 2 that are, okay, for the expired term of 12/31/2028. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. So we still have that one unexpired term that's still sitting out there. Okay,
Well, that's the one that we haven't accepted Jocker's resignation for yet, so.
okay, perfect.
Okay, the next is County Parks. So we have the unexpired term from Jesse Kiss' resignation, and we have one applicant for that, and that is Dan Shelsky.
Should know that name.
He's the old super out there.
The old what?
He was the park ranger there.
He was director of Fort Lincoln.
Yeah. Of
Was.
Fort Lincoln, I'm sorry.
Was, yep.
Was, yes.
Okay. We have any questions or comments on this one?
I think Dan would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Good addition to the board.
Hasn't changed for a while.
And, Mr. Chairman, I think he's definitely well qualified.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move to approve Dan Shelsky for an appointment to the Morton County Park Board expiring 6/30/2026.
Second.
Short term.
What's that?
It's a real short term. It's been moved to appoint Dan Shelsky to the Morton County Park Board for a unexpired term that expires on 6/30/2026. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Next is the Road
get
Commission.
his feet wet.
We have one term, or one position expiring, and that is Steve Tomax, and he did reapply, and we had 2 other applicants, Gordon Schoonover and Paul Maloney.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a comment on this.
Yeah, go ahead, Commissioner Tokach.
Mr. Tomac has exhibited, I'd say, exemplary service to the road commission. Especially appreciate his knowledge with state and local government. It's been a great resource for us. And also, I say he's been a little bit of a moderate voice for us on the road commission, which is good, you know. So I support his reappointment. I also want to make a comment about Mr. Schoonover. I've known Gordon Schoonover pretty much my entire life, and he's you know, depending on how we vote with this, I think he would be a tremendous asset as well. We're struggling with gravel and different things in the county, and that's been his business his entire life. So if I would hope that he wants to stay engaged with local government or get engaged with local government, we could utilize his expertise. And Mr. Maloney, I just don't know. So with that, unless there's any other questions, I would move to appoint Steve Tomac to renew his position on the road commission.
I will second that, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to appoint Steve Tomac to the 4-year term expiring 12/31/2029 for the Morton County Road Commission. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. And as Commissioner Tokash said, we encourage those other people to stay engaged. We never know when we might need you.
Quick question, Auditor Roan, 810 3rd Avenue Northwest for Mr. Maloney. Is that within the Lower Heart Water District? Maybe he would be interested in that opening.
I can check.
Yeah, if he lives in that one, that, I mean, it looks like he's got a decent resume here.
Unexpired term. Check it out.
We do have a couple of positions open.
Yeah, Morton County Housing Authority's got has a position open also.
Okay, our last one is Western Plains Public Health. There we have one position expiring on 12/31. It's a 5-year term, and we have 3 applicants. We have Dan Ulmer, who's currently on the board, and then also Matt, how do I say that, Leek, and Michelle Coppinger.
So it's Mr. Ulmer's term that is up right now. That's for renewal. Okay.
At this age, you don't want to hear that part.
True that.
That's the war expired. Want me to say something?
You know what? I would love for you to come up and say a few words, because it's nice to have somebody that is applying for a position come and speak for themselves.
Well, the rest of the board forced me here. So. My sister just got in town. She's probably drank all the wine by now. None of that's recorded. Hi, Commissioners. It is an honor to be in front of you. It has been a privilege of mine to serve on this board. I've learned a lot more about health, public health in particular, than ever thought I would. It has been, I hope I can continue serving it. I want to thank you for sending Jackie to us to help out. It's nice to have a direct connection to the commission, especially the largest county we serve. I've learned a great deal. If you think of some of the things we've gone through in the last 10 years, COVID was a really wild ride for us. As you'll recall, we had to set up places for vaccinations and all kinds of stuff. And we have been expanding our services. Recently, mobile home parks inspections. We've done, I guess you had one issue here with that you discussed this evening about food services and things like that. It's been a real privilege for me to serve. I would have brought my resume, but I threw that out in 2013 because I retired. And I looked at the resumes of the other applicants, and they might have done more than I have. And so I'd appreciate whatever support you could give my terms. I have enjoyed the privilege, and thank you for allowing me to get this far with it.
Thank you, Dan.
Mr. Chairman, I do serve on the Western Plains Public Health, and I'd like to say that Dan really adds an extra spice to our meeting every time we meet, and we enjoy him, and we also appreciate his knowledge of what he's brought to the board.
Want to make that a motion then?
Yes, I would make a motion to accept Dan as a representative on the Western Plains Public Health Board.
Second.
Hang on, there, right down. It's been moved to appoint Dan Ulmer to a 5-year term expiring 12/31/2030 to the Western Plains Public Health Board. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? And is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Dan, you're back on.
I think those two guys opposed.
Thank you for helping us out.
Thank you. I'll see you when I expire.
And to the other, same to you, Dan. And to the other two that applied, if there's something out there that you're interested in, just let us know. All right. Next, we have a couple things under other. Dawn, that was all you had, right? Okay. Go ahead, Jackie.
Mr. Chairman, you and I both received an email from a Christy Chida. She would like to apply for a rural resiliency grant through the Department of Commerce in North Dakota. The name of her business is Hoof It Forward, and she's asking for a letter of support for this grant. They do have a little bit of a problem with the grant since their address is Fort Rice, and Fort Rice has the same zip code as does Huff as Mandan at 58554. And the Rural Resiliency Grant is for small communities. And so I added a section in my letter that I helped Nathan and I wrote
Jackie wrote it.
to explain to the granting board that their situation is different, and Fort Rice is a small rural community in Morton County, 31 miles from Mandan, and hopefully that will be considered. And I did get another email from Christy today, and it said that they're going to accept her application, but I think that putting that in the letter will also help them. And so,
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we have the chairman sign a letter of support for that grant. And it's different than the one from New Salem, because yours was a rural catalyst grant, and this is a different one.
Yep.
So,
Mr. Chairman, what kind of business is it?
the mission is simple yet profoundly life-changing: to empower lives through the powerful bond between human and animals. Hoof It Forward opens its gates to individuals of all abilities, those overcoming trauma or life challenges, and anyone seeking a sense of belonging. Their belief is clear: every person deserves a place where they are seen, valued, and safe. Hoof It Forward provides exactly that. Through the unconditional love of animals, participants are able to rebuild trust, rediscover joy, and be reminded that they are not alone.
Kind of therapy with horses and other animals. I'll second that motion. Just, I don't know that we had one. It's been moved and seconded to have the chairman sign the letter of support for the Hoof It Forward business in Fort Rice, North Dakota. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for writing that, Jackie.
Yep. The second thing I had on the agenda is a little bit of a report about the Lewis and Clark Development Council meeting. I guess I'll call it our annual meeting that was held December 16th. And a report was given there about the Lewis and Clark Regional Livestock Planning Committee. That's a grant that was given to us and South Dakota is doing the work on this. 8 of the 10 counties applied and signed up for the grant in the Lewis and Clark district. 6 of the 8 counties are done, and they're hoping that they will be meeting with the counties in April to discuss their findings in this grant about livestock operations and the availability of putting them in the 8 counties that applied for that grant. In Morton, in Morton is one of those.
Yep.
So we hope to hear by April what the report will be.
Okay.
And if there's certain areas in Morton County that are more conducive to livestock development.
So are they getting good engagement then, is what they're saying?
I don't
Kinda
know,
get a feel.
they really didn't say.
Okay.
I just wanted to report that came up at our meeting.
Thank you. Any questions for Jackie? Okay, thank you. Is there anything else that we need to do? If not, I am going to open up the public comment period as required by North Dakota Century Code 44-04-20.1. With that, since there's staff in the room, is there any comments from the room? No, they're both shaking their head no. Then I will go to online. Is there any comments from those that are online yet? Any comments for those online? And last call. We're not turning off mics, so any call from those online? Seeing none? We have no public comment. I will close the public comment period at 6:38 p.m. All right. Does anybody have anything else good for the order? Seeing none, we have finished our agenda. We are adjourned.